What is going on, my friend? Bryan Hardy here, holistic nutritionist and biohacking health coach. And today's video, we're going to talk about the top 3 things that you can start doing right now to lower stress, improve energy, and build resilience. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name, like I said, is Bryan Hardy. And my specialty is in helping people to revitalize their bodies and minds using the best of nutritional and integrative health solutions. To make health accessible, to make health enjoyable, to make health understandable, so that you can live the best life that you're here to live. That is really the purpose and the goal. And today's video is particularly important for the men out there watching. We're going to share a few things that are specific, more specific to men's health and hormonal function. But really, let's just dive into it. We've got a couple physical things and some emotional things that all tie into the psychological and the spiritual, because everything's connected anyways. And so we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. So the number one thing you can start doing right now to lower your stress and improve resilience is practice belly breathing. Yes, deep diaphragmatic breath or breathing or breath work or meditative breathing or yogic breathing. However you may have heard it described, it is the same thing, and it is about releasing your belly to fully expand as you inhale, and then slowly coming out through the chest and the diaphragm again. So you're inhaling and your belly is expanding, then your ribs, then your chest. Finally, chest is last and secondary for a deep breath. And then you're exhaling to reverse that pattern. And you need to do at least 5 to 10 of those. Minimum. Absolute minimum, 5 to 10. You can do this as soon as you wake up. You can do this before each meal, which is a great time to practice this kind of thing as we want to switch into deep parasympathetic activity. And what we're doing here is exactly that. We are switching out of the fight, flight, freeze, sympathetic nervous system activation. It's the shallow breathing. It's the foggy thinking. It's the poor decision making. It's the feeling like each decision could mean the end of the world. It's the feeling of not being grounded, not being centered. This is what we are moving ourselves out of with something as simple and as free and as accessible as the breath. So deep diaphragmatic breathing is number 1. And it's not going to be sexy here. We're not talking about sexy things. But number 2 is one that you might not be familiar with, and that is salt. The adequate consumption of high quality salt. Now, there used to be a lot of information going around and recommendations going around about low salt diets for people with hypertensive disorder or high blood pressure. Now, let's just get one thing straight. I am not in favor of a high amount of refined salt. Now, most processed food-based diets and convenience food diets, fast food diets, are going to have a lot of the worst kind of salt, which is going to have anti-binding and caking agents. It's going to have various non-natural toxins that are in that salt, right? What I'm talking about is the pure sea salt, a nice, pure, unrefined sea salt. That's going to be the highest in obviously pure salt and the trace minerals associated with that, and the lowest in the environmental toxins and other chemical toxins that are added during processing. Now, why is this important? Why is salt important? I'll tell you why. It's because the adrenal glands, which help to regulate blood pressure and help to regulate stress, right? These are the guys that get kicked into high gear when you're chronically stressed or when you're pounding caffeine all the time. The adrenal glands have a need for salt to maintain proper balance of hormones, namely stress hormones, and also regulate blood pressure. Low salt is a stress to the body. Adequate salt is what we need for good, optimal functioning of our system, of our energy, and to help us be better hydrated, because the minerals we get from salts are what actually hydrate us with our water we drink. And so having a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon of that high quality salt that I mentioned in your first morning water, and again, probably midday or in the afternoon, is going to be an ideal way to support your body's energy and your hydration status. Everybody needs to be starting the day hydrating, and adding this quarter teaspoon to a half teaspoon of really, really great quality salt into that mixture is going to do great things for your energy, for your stress, and just your overall level of resilience, because you're giving your adrenal glands everything that they need to be adaptable and to function and to keep you from crashing. So we've covered number 1, which was deep belly breathing. Number 2, which was adequate levels of high quality salt. And I'll just throw in at the end here, you don't have to necessarily drink salt in your water, although I like to do that because I like to use pure filtered water and then remineralize it with salt. But you can also just add, to taste, liberal amounts of salt in your cooking and on your food, if you prefer to get it that way. The third piece here is a very important one. It is another one that is often overlooked or misunderstood or taken for granted, and that is deep sleep. High quality, restorative, rejuvenating sleep. Now, sleep is when our body repairs. It's the only time when our body shifts out of the breakdown mode and into the rebuild, regenerate, detoxify, heal, rest, and recover mode. I mean, deep meditation and restorative activities like restorative yoga or Tai Chi, these can also activate those kinds of states for regeneration and repair, but sleep is when it happens the most. Most of us are not getting good quality sleep. So, to break that down, we're going to highlight just one thing you can do to improve the quality of your sleep. Actually, 2. The first is blocking blue light in the evening. That means your screens, that means your TV, that means either wearing blue blocking glasses with orange lenses that block the blue light out, or it means shutting off all the artificial lights. It means using candles for the last hour before bed. It means getting off of your screens. And or you can shift the screen on your phone, on your devices, to be in the red spectrum, to cut the blue light out of the spectrum and get into the reds. Now, the night shift mode on an iPhone is not adequate for this. Same is true of the Google phones. So you want another app like Twilight or Flux that you can run on your phone to make that happen. Number 2 is magnesium before bed. And magnesium is a mineral that most, if not all of us, are deficient in. And again, this ties back to adrenal health, because the adrenals need magnesium to deal with stress, and our bodies need magnesium to relax our muscles and our nerves and our joints, and to help the whole system restore and not hold on to excess tension. And now, before bed, this is a primary and peak time to get your magnesium to help improve sleep quality and help your body to recover from the day's events. So I like about 500 to 750 milligrams, if not up to a gram, of a good quality magnesium. That can be a mixture of citrate, malate, glycinate, or bisglycinate. They're going to help you get that good quality sleep. That are going to help the mind and the body to relax, and are going to ensure that you don't end up in a chronic deficiency state, which is incredibly stressful to the body. And we know that magnesium deficiency alone is one of the lead indicators of chronic heart disease. And it's as effective as heart medication for managing blood pressure and for essentially preventing your risk of having an actual heart attack. Keeping calcium out of your arteries, out of your joints, out of circulation where it does not need to be, which is one of the lead causes of arterial plaque. We keep calcium out by using magnesium. Magnesium, like I said, is the relaxation mineral, and it helps calcium to know where to go. It helps regulate calcium in the body. So these 3 overarching tips are the things that I would most highly recommend. If you are watching this, if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling burnt out, if you have not been recovering and adapting the way that you know you used to, or the way that you know you are capable of, then try these things out. Most of them are going to be free, if not very inexpensive. And there's no reason not to do these things, because the potential benefit that they offer for our lives far exceeds any discomfort or any inconvenience for sourcing these things, like the high quality salt. I like a unrefined Celtic sea salt, or the magnesium. These are easy things to come by in most cases. So do yourself a favor, look into these things, find links below for everything that I've talked about here, and give your body and your mind what it needs to thrive. There's no excuse not to. Now more than ever, our bodies need support. Our health needs support, because without our health, we have nothing. And good luck showing up for your family or showing up for your business, showing up when the people that you care about need you most. Good luck showing up if your health is not present. I hope you enjoyed and got some real value out of this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button to turn on notifications for when I release new content. And I really appreciate you staying till the end. If you did stay till the end, go ahead and comment down below one thing you got out of this video or one thing you are going to implement as you move forward. And I'll know that you watched this till the end by seeing that down below. And one other thing is that if you want to connect, if you want to get some more perspective and have someone who can just listen and be present for you in describing what's going on with your own health challenges, then go down to the link below and find where to book a free consult with myself so we can hop on the phone, we can share some information, we can see what might be going on, what I would do, if I were in your shoes. That's what I'm going to tell you. I will not tell you to do anything that I have not done already or would not do myself. And so we're going to hop on the line and just get clear on some of those things and see if we can start moving you forward. And then, of course, if you want to work more in depth and really dive into things and have the accountability that we all need, myself included, to make these things happen and to stick to them, then of course we can talk about that as well. Again, my name is Bryan Hardy, holistic nutritionist and biohacking health coach. I appreciate you being here. Go ahead and share this video with someone you care about to help spread the love, spread the good word on health, spread the good word on vitality and feeling good and being at our best. And before you go, I almost forgot one very important piece, and that is that if you are a man and you're watching this and you got some real value and want to dive deeper, go ahead and click the link down below to access my free 5-day testosterone boosting video course, where we go through the foods, the herbs, the supplements, the lifestyle practices, and the things that you can do, many of which are free or inexpensive, to start moving your testosterone into the optimal range and feeling at your best. You won't regret it, and I'll be very happy to support you in that journey. Take care.